It's game day here in Charlotte. The ACC Championship game just scheduled to begin in a few short hours. Alongside Lane Hurt, I'm Scott Kotick. It is sunny right now. We are expecting some different weather to come in for tonight's game. But let's first talk about being back here. It's another opportunity for Florida State to win another conference crown. Can never take that stuff for granted. It's another great opportunity. Not only that, to move to 13-0, be a school record for victories.
Absolutely, Scott. Now everybody wants to talk about the national championship game, but as Jimbo Fisher says, there are steps to get there. First is division champs. We got that done. State champs got that done. The next step is tonight in trying to win that ACC championship, because you can't go to the national championship game without winning your conference championship tonight. It's
a very different Duke team Florida State's taking on an 8-game winning streak, a fantastic offense. They do rotate 2 quarterbacks, a number of guys that were named to the All-ACC first defensive team. Florida State only had 1, by the way. That's a different subject. We'll get to that a little bit later. But let's talk about Duke a little bit. That offense, Jamison Crowder, that wide receiver, he's only 5'9", only weighs about 175, 180 pounds. But that guy can move. He can get up. He can jump. The ball skills are tremendous. He's a playmaker for Duke. Florida State's going to have to defend tonight.
Absolutely. The best wide receiver Florida State has seen since Sammy Watkins from Clemson. No doubt about that. And Crowder does a great job of finding space in the middle of the field. And Boone and Cornette, the 2 quarterbacks for Duke, have done a great job of getting him the ball all season. I mean, we joked about it earlier in the season. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if Florida State played Duke in the ACC championship game? Well, this Duke team proved to be for real. This is a legitimate team. You don't win 8 games in a row by accident. You have to take this team seriously because they're a very, very good football team.
Very much the best Duke team since, it's hard to believe, Steve Spurrier was the head coach in the late 80s. That's hard to believe. But for Florida State, simply doing what they do best. This is one of the biggest challenges Florida State is going to face simply because of what's on the horizon. You win this game, pretty much 100% you're likely to go to the national championship. But Florida State can't look at that. They got to look at this as one game, win this, do what you need to do.
Absolutely, and that's the thing that this team has done so well all season long, is they said it's a faceless opponent. They play the game in front of them. They take it step by step. You can tell the players understand what's at stake. A few of them, P.J. Williams has been caught saying, we're kind of looking at it a little bit, but you can't do that. You have to focus on playing Duke, because so many teams have lost in their conference championship games. You look at a Kansas State team years ago, lost to a bad Texas A&M team and blew their shot at national championship, and you can't do that.
It's something you never like to talk about, but the weather could indeed be a factor tonight. As we sit here right now, you can tell the temperature slowly starting to drop. The wind is picking up. You never know what kind of precipitation might be in the forecast. What kind of role does that play? Because Florida State, thankfully, we haven't had a rain game this year.
Jimbo Fisher loves to prepare for every single scenario. The one thing we could not prepare for is rain and cold weather, and that's what's expected tonight. And if that happens, then that could be the great equalizer. You just have to make sure that this team is prepared for that. They do wet ball drills all the time. They are prepared for that. But for the cold weather, and Coach Fisher said, it is a mindset. You have to be prepared for it, be ready to play in that cold weather. And if the Seminoles do that, they should be fine.
And the one thing we know about Florida State, they are prepared every single game, no matter who they are playing. Lane, let's finally talk about the keys to tonight's game. First for me, if it's going to be raining, the easy thing to talk about, the most obvious thing, is do not turn the ball over. That can equalize everything. If the wide receivers, the running backs, even Jameis Winston start fumbling the ball, it's a very different football game. And simply, we've talked about it all season, do what you do best. If Florida State comes out and plays their game, they're going to head to Pasadena. They're going to walk home with another ACC championship. They do that. They play the Florida State brand of football. This should be an easy win.
And normally, what key to the game I'll look at is the defense coming out and getting a stop early, or the running game getting going. But that's not this Florida State team. My key to the game is Jameis Winston going out and doing what Jameis Winston does, and that's throwing the ball all over the park, making big plays with his feet on third down if he has to, and trying to get out to that big lead early, which we've done all season long. If Florida State can do that, get out to that big lead, they can cruise comfortably and become back-to-back ACC champions.
That would be huge. Kickoff is scheduled for 8:13 here at Bank of America Stadium. Lane Hurt will be on the sidelines, hopefully not freezing his rear end off during tonight's game, but I'm sure you'll look a little bit different after the game. We'll have complete coverage throughout the game. Hopefully Florida State can claim another Atlantic Coast Conference championship. So for Lane Hurt, I'm Scott Kotick saying go Noles, and we'll see you after the game.